this thing working? I don't know.
Do we check batteries?
Yes.
Double check?
Double
Sweet.
check, 9 volts and AA.
Awesome. Watch your
You should
head.
do a Monty Python.
1, 2, 3, day tripper! Let's load them up. Okay, guys, y'all ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's hit the road. Road trip!
Yeah, totally.
Woo-hoo. All right, guys, we made it. Let's do this.
Made it where? We haven't left.
Hey, I told y'all, we're day tripping to Georgetown!
This episode was made for y'all with the help of our awesome partners. Check the caption for more info. You can find Georgetown only 30 miles north of Austin, which makes it 100 miles north of San Antonio and 75 south of Waco. That makes for some easy day tripping, especially for the day tripper. Yes, Georgetown is the day tripper's home. However, I've always been a fan of playing tourist in your hometown. You know, seeing it like the outsiders do. However, I want to start this day like a local, and that's exactly why I'm at this window. The side window of El Chorrito, where locals congregate to seek sustenance from the sacred window of the breakfast taco. The window that doth bestoweth all that is eggy, cheesy, and good. Okay, I need 10 breakfast tacos. Cheap, stuffed to the brink of tortilla breakdown, and guaranteed to keep the crew happy and fed.
Thank you. All right. Very good. Breakfast tacos, buddy.
All right.
Take them.
These are mine.
Come on, man.
We've got just enough time to scarf down this taco, and that is good, before we go up the street to wash down this taco at Cianfrani, Georgetown's local caffeine dealer, as well as breakfast and gathering spot. But it's not just any old Joe that fills up the cups around here, but Cianfrani's own roasts, created in the back under the watchful eye of roaster Ian Myers.
So everything you come into the shop for is roasted right here every day, small batches, as fresh as it could possibly be.
So you're gonna drink stuff roasted that morning?
You could,
Back here.
A lot of times people will come back and be like, what'd you roast today? I want a pound. So they'll take it home right after that.
Now that's fresh coffee. Right. So what do you think? Is this more art than science or more science than art?
It's both.
Good answer.
It looks like it's about done, and
Oh.
you smell that?
Oh, yeah.
Swapped it in there.
And this is just one of Cianfrani's over 40 roasts and blends.
Everything from single origin flavors and decafs.
And you'll actually make someone a cup of any of these?
Yeah, so like something like Ethiopian Yugoshev, we've got that. That one's very popular. Maybe Colombian Supremo, 3 different styles of roast on that one. So if you want this and we don't have it serving today, we'll just grind it for you and do a pour over.
That's what
You
I
get
want.
exactly what you want every
Awesome.
time. Yeah.
I mean, usually you go in a coffee shop, right? And you get whatever they got.
Whatever they got.
Man, I feel like I'd have to drink 40 cups of coffee in one morning to kind of know the differences. 40 is probably a bad idea, but I can start with 1, right? Oh, Ian, that's great, man. It's rich. It is so flavorful. All right, so I got my fuel for the day, which brings us to the Georgetown Square, known as the most beautiful town square in Texas. And you look around, it's kind of hard to dispute. Yeah, Georgetown has the kind of beauty and charm only found in small town Texas. But at around 50,000 strong and growing, this county seat of Williamson County straddles the border between rural and urban. But how did this town come about? And who is George? And why did he get a town named after him? Well, why don't we ask him? Surely he's at Founders Park, right? Well, what do you know? Mr. George?
Glasscock.
Excuse me?
George Washington Glasscock, may I help you?
Yeah, but like the George, right?
Of Georgetown, yes. Who are you?
Well, I make this Texas travel show and
Oh, yeah, so Texas Country Reporter?
No.
Anyway, I surveyed this land, donated it to found this city. I guess they could have named it after my business partner, Thomas Hewlin, but then it'd be called Tomtown. You ever heard of something so ridiculous? Tomtown. Georgetown's much better.
I guess. Okay, but if you're George, who's Williamson?
Well, now that would be me. Three-legged Willie.
Robert McAlpine Williamson at your service, otherwise known as Three-Legged Willie on account of the leg. Well, legs.
You no good two-bit wooden-legged pirate. I told you never to come into my town.
Oh, it's your town. I do believe this is my county.
Big deal. I got a county named after me, too.
Oh, ain't that precious. You talking about that little dust bowl out there in West Texas? Nobody lives there, Glasscock. Look around. This is beautiful Williamson County.
You watch your mouth, Three-Leg. I fought in the Black Hawk War, the Siege of Bear, and I will fight you right now in the mouth.
I'd like to see you try. I do believe I fought in San Jacinto, and with one snap of my fingers, I could summon the entire Texas Rangers, who I did organize.
It's gonna take every last one of them to beat me, Three-Leg.
All right, maybe those weren't the best folks to ask. How about we just visit the Williamson County Museum? Occupying an old bank building, this museum tells the story of Williamson County, from native Indian tribes to farming and agriculture when cotton was king.
And voila, you can make a shirt out of this.
This old bank building still has the old bank vault. Check this out.
It even has a vault within the vault. The history of Williamson County is fascinating, but there's one story in particular that must be told, and that's the tale of Dan Moody, the man who took on the KKK and won, right across the street in the Williamson County Historic Courthouse, here in the 26th District Courtroom. And this is local historian Bob Payne.
Well, in the 1920s, the Ku Klux Klan was a major political power in Texas, and well-funded, pretty much got away with murder until Dan Moody came on the scene in 1923. He had a case here against the Klan, and he prosecuted him in this courtroom.
It was a simple assault and battery case. Two white men had beat up another white man over unrequited love.
Klan had tied Burleson to a tree with a long work chain, and then they horsewhipped him. And when they got through horsewhipping him, they poured heart tar and creosote all over these open wounds. But these two unemployed day laborers had the best defense counsel's money could buy. So Dan Moody, who sat at the prosecutor's table over here, knew he had an uphill battle to fight. So he elected to try this trial before the media, before the public, and before the Klan. He had that chain that had been tied around Burleson's neck. And he brought that chain in and he held that chain aloft and said, if you believe in Klan justice, this is the kind of justice that you believe in. And he dropped it right there before the jury.
Wow.
If you believe in Texas justice, an American way of life, and injustice as we've always had it in Texas, and you're going to find these people guilty, and you're going to send them to the penitentiary. And that was the first time the Klan had been successfully prosecuted and sent to the penitentiary. Dan Moody set a precedent in this courtroom that was used in other courtrooms throughout Texas and eventually throughout America to begin the end of the Ku Klux Klan as a powerhouse.
Wow. Right here, you know, if these walls could speak.
I find it very interesting, sometimes eerie, when you stand in this courtroom where the actual events took place, and you can almost feel the presence in this courtroom.
Wow. But this is just one of the many historically significant places in town, including its very historic Southwestern University, home of the Pirates, and touted as the oldest university in Texas, dating all the way back to 1840, and the Republic of Texas, which chartered Southwestern's root college, Rudersville College. Now, some may say Baylor is the oldest in Texas because of its continuous uninterrupted charter. Well, I've researched the issue, and am finally ready to give the day trippers official stance.
After much deliberation, I have determined that the oldest university in the state of Texas is Southwestern?
Okay, pirate intimidation tactics aside, it's official. Southwestern is the oldest university in Texas, but new things are happening on this old campus. Pirate football is back after 63 years, and enrollment is booming at around 1,300 folks. Yeah, still pretty small, meaning that this university can be tough to get into. But luckily, there's a much less selective university back on the square. Burger University. dating all the way back to 2012. So it's a bit more recent than Southwestern. But the best news is that just about anyone can get into Burger U.
I mean, everybody needs a place to get a burger fix. You've got to get your sweet potato fries, and it's all ages. You can look around.
Burgers are the American way, and it's obviously wide open. There's so many choices, and that's one of the great things that Allen and company do great here. We've got options. Like I said, you can put a fried egg on anything and make it taste better.
I'm with you on that one. Now, admission standards may not be high at Burger U, but this is still a university, so you got to get with the curriculum. First things first, pick a major. That's the burger. You got to pick your minor. That's the sides. They got electives like a fried egg and bacon. And after you pass all your courses, only then can you graduate to a better burger. This is my kind of university. I'm hungry. But at this point, I think my major is still undeclared. Maybe I can get some beef-ademic advising from the dean, Alan Grimsley.
We pride ourselves in making the best burger in the state of Texas. We start with the freshest ingredients, prepping it by hand. You know, we've got the fresh roasted green chilies from New Mexico. We've got the blue cheese burger, the mushroom Swiss burgers, hand cut and battered onion rings, hand cut fries. So whether you are a purist or somebody who likes to go a little bit, you know, outside the boundaries, we've got what you want.
Dean Grimsley runs a tight ship around here, and only the best of the best students can get on his dean's list. Those that can put down 5 pounds of burgers and fries, known around here as the full ride. And it looks like we've got one potential overachiever right here.
Man, this is insane. What are you thinking?
I'm not.
Well said.
I think I learned my lesson on food challenges in Amarillo, but I also think that I'm finally ready to declare a major.
Look at this. Okay, I got the rival burger with roasted hatch green chilies, pepper jack cheese, and then of course, the hand-cut french fries. Making a good burger is in the details, and this burger is kicking on every level. I mean, a hand-formed patty, a really delicious, well-buttered bun, good condiments, and then these chilies are smoky. They add a little bit of spice to it. This could pack on a little more than the freshman 15. I tell you what, these guys truly could teach the class on how to make a good burger.
I think so far I'm scoring straight A's on this meal, but my fellow student, well, he just scored a full ride.
And now you get your name up on the dean's list, buddy.
Oh, there's the first.
Congratulations.
I may not be dean's list material, but I'd say that I've certainly graduated to a better burger. All right, now that we're back on the square, let's explore some more.
We now interrupt this programming to remind you to like and subscribe. Now back to the road.
Now, it gets its reputation as the most beautiful town square in Texas because of its 4 complete sides of historic buildings. The hands of time have touched barely any of them. Some of the businesses feel as old as the buildings they inhabit, but other businesses keep the square young. This is All Things Kids, a local toy shop specializing in American-made toys. New stuff, old-fashioned stuff, but just the good stuff. And it's not just All Things Kids, because grown-ups can have just as much fun here too.
Nice!
Then right next door, there's Ken's Guitars, with town jam sessions happening all the time.
Thank you, Georgetown!
And my favorite spot, to lay down some face-melting licks.
All right, yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good.
I know.
Okay, I'll just stick with tripping. I'll leave guitar to Richie. And then there's some shops that you never saw coming, like this one, Tribal Impressions.
Southwest-inspired clothing and artwork.
So if you're ever filming a John Wayne remake, this is the place to come.
The smell of real leather.
Of course, there's no shortage of restaurants to grab a bite or places to grab a drink, whether that be wine or house-flavored olive oils. Yes, pretty tasty. But I think I'll wash out this olivey taste with a cupcake taste. Yeah, I'd say a cupcake will probably do it. And 4 cupcakes will definitely do it. Or maybe just one cupcake. Oh well, so we've been in the city so far today, but we would be remiss to neglect the natural side of Georgetown. Underground caves of inner space caverns, blue hole swimming, rock climbing, all of which we'll have to save for some other day trip. And then there's the lake. This is the natural side of Georgetown, and this right behind me is Lake Georgetown, a blue hill country oasis along the San Gabriel River, connecting the lake all the way back to downtown Georgetown. Now there's actually a lot of things to see along the trail going back, but by far the most challenging lies hidden in those trees. And that challenge is the Georgetown Challenge Course, a veritable gauntlet of high and low element obstacles designed to push participants to their limit, both physically and mentally. This is Elliot, our course coordinator for the day.
How many like to play? Yeah? Okay, so this is gonna be real easy. We're gonna be doing a lot of activities today. It is a challenge course. We're not at a patty cake course, but everything that we do today is gonna be a reflection of who you are and what you're capable of doing.
We're starting with our feet on the ground for all of the low challenge elements, but that definitely doesn't mean they're easy. Oh, come on. Now, Texas has many challenge courses. However, most of them are on private camps and sadly off limits to day trippers. But what makes this one so special is that it's owned by the city. So all you need is a reservation, a few bucks, and then a group of about 10 of your closest friends and coworkers. Or in my case, crew.
What our challenge is going to be for this activity is I would like for y'all to successfully lift the tennis ball off the pedestal. Then we need to travel around one of the telephone poles. Come back to the pedestal and set the tennis ball down. Now, if at any point the pedestal falls over or you lose the tennis ball, there will be consequences. It could be you're blindfolded, you're mute. There's no telling what could happen.
I wish I could see.
Okay.
We struggle, and he just laughs.
Down, down.
Oh! So close! This course is more than just an adrenaline junkie's playground. It's team building. Basically like a big group counseling session on steroids.
I need for y'all to reorganize yourselves according to birthday. January 1st down here, December 31st down there.
I mean, who needed personal space anyway? Ah, nice. Never knew I'd get so close to this team. As you see, the challenges have been getting more and more intense. It's a good thing I've been working on my slacklining. We're effectively earning our stripes and punching our admission ticket to the big boys. Any day trip that requires a harness is a good day trip. I guess I'm first. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Over the logs. Across the swings, and done. Woo! Those poles are awesome. They get slowly further apart. And by the time you get to the last one, it's just a leap of faith. I'm gonna catch that rope, and if I don't know what's gonna happen. Ah! Each of the high elements has its own unique challenges, but they all leave you with that incredible feeling of accomplishment, even if you're just the one on the ground, cheering on a fellow teammate. All right, man, you got this, Brian. Now, this is about pushing you to your limits, and we all have different levels of what we feel comfortable with. Now, some of us, it requires swinging 30 feet in the air. Others, a little bit less.
No, Andrew, literally, you can do the just step off of the log. See? Good job, man. Andrew.
This is a safe place to try things, to be stretched beyond your limits. And I think I'm about to come face to face with mine. This is the power pole, a 25-foot telephone pole that I must somehow stand on top of.
You ready?
No, but let's do this.
All right, I'll try it. Can I get 2 spotters on the ladder, please?
But it gets better, because after that, I've got to jump to this trapeze. Well, I wanted a challenge, and it looks like I got one. And now the moment of truth. Whew, I feel more bonded to this group than ever. But of course, every good challenge must come with a good reward. And while feelings of accomplishment are great and whatever, I'm looking for a much more tasty reward. So we're following the river back to downtown for dinner at El Monumento, the sister restaurant to the famous Monument Cafe up the street. Same signature gardens, same signature deliciousness, only with a Mexican twist. And here is El Jefe of El Mon.
Okay, so this is Rusty Winkstern, the owner of El Monumento. So tell me a little bit about this place.
We wanted to create a hacienda type of feeling like you would in South Texas or Mexico. Not Tex-Mex, it's more interior, South Texas, coastal. If you were to go to someone's ranch and you had the best, freshest ingredients that you could find, and they would cook the best enchiladas you've ever had, or the tapaqueña. And what we try to do is deliver that food that you would have treated to great hospitality in one of your friends' homes.
That sounds delicious.
You'd be hard-pressed to find a better spot for kicking back in the Texas sunshine, sipping on a margarita, and pretending like you've day tripped to a whole nother country. And while the recipes may be interior Mexican, the food itself is purely local.
We try to source everything for a 250-mile radius of Georgetown, so organic, natural, locally produced produce, meats, and dairy. Even our spirits come from locally produced sources.
That's fantastic. But Texans we're a pretty talented bunch. We're making everything now.
It's amazing.
Well, hey, thank you so much, Rusty.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
All right, man, so what'd you get?
Hey, I had the enchiladas, chicken squeezes.
What'd you think?
Oh, they're fantastic.
Did you like everything?
Everything here has been great. The trees are beautiful, the people are beautiful, the food was beautiful.
Hey, man, so what do you think about El Monumento?
It's really good.
Yeah?
I love it. I've had something different every time.
Oh, nice. You're my kind of man. Sample the menu. Okay, so what are you having here?
I'm having mole al pollo. Pollo?
Not too keen on the Spanish. Are you from Texas, ma'am?
No, I am not.
What? Where are you from?
I'm from right outside D.C.
Can you get Mexican food like this up in D.C.?
No, not like this.
Not at all.
Yeah, just another reason I love Texas. But the food's only great if you eat it. And it is definitely time to do that.
All right, now this is the way to kick off a meal at El Monumento. I got an aguas frescas, fresh squeezed orange juice, pineapple juice, strawberry juice. That just tastes like summer in a glass. And then queso flameado, white cheese melted with chorizo, poblano peppers, and onions on top. All right, I gotta cut myself off at some point. I don't know where. I'll probably finish it. Okay, here it is. I got the chicken enchilada sweet sauce, some of their green rice, black beans, a side of sauteed kale, and sweet potatoes. All right, let's dive in. Oh, that's delicious. The Suiza sauce is like a tangy sour cream sauce flavored with tomatillos and chilies. Delicioso. Man, when Suiza sauce is done right, it might be my favorite enchilada topper. And then it's on top of delicious shredded chicken. Oh, it's good. And forget about my kale. See, you thought the day tripper didn't eat any vegetables. Yes, I do. Oh, it's delicious. And I love to think that these ingredients are sourced from right here in Central Texas, you know? Makes it taste all the better. What a day. From history to colorful locals to adrenaline-pumping, high-flying experiences, Georgetown just about has it all and proves that sometimes a day trip around home can be the best trip of all. But there's still one thing left to do. This day trip just wouldn't be complete without a stop up the street at Monument Cafe. All right, this is the grand finale of our day trip, the Monument Pie. It is a bittersweet chocolate mousse pie on top of a roasted candied pecan crust. And then on top, homemade vanilla whipped cream. It's amazing. But you know the best part about day tripping in your hometown? It's that your family is never that far away. Oh, yes. Now this is the way to finish. You guys want some of this pie? Yeah! Yeah, all right. Dig in, buddy. All right, so I will see all of y'all out on the road. Vaya con Dios, amigos. That's good, huh? We got good, or what? Wow, that took a lot less time than I anticipated.
Let's try that again.
Expected.
It's gonna take me
It's expected and anticipated in one word. Anticipated. This is a great article. You want to do the crossword? Well, a little forward, but okay. Let's see. 7 down is mannequin artwork, and that's spelled with a Q.
So what's your name?
Please don't get the camera away.
Three-legged. What? Oh, no. You no good two-legged wooden bit pirate.
All right.
You two-legged pirate, that's not an insult. Well, now that would be me. Well, that would be me. That's it. I'm out of here.
Rain so hard, I wanna go home. I'm tired and cold and all alone. I don't know what to do. 'Cause when I let all go, the answer's in my hands. When I let all go.
Howdy, y'all. Follow along with my adventures at Chet Tripper on Instagram and at The Day Tripper TV on Facebook and YouTube. Or head to thedaytripper.com for travel guides, past episodes, and info on our mobile app and Team Day Tripper. This episode was made for y'all with the help of our awesome partners. Check the caption for more info. Howdy, y'all. Chet the Day Tripper here. Thanks so much for tripping with us. Remember, while you're here, like this video, subscribe to our channel so that we can stay out there on the road and keep on tripping. Did we miss anything in this town? Leave us a comment, let us know. We love finding out about new stops with all of your tips. And if you love Epic Texas Day Trips, remember to check our channel. We got a lot of them on there. Also, don't forget, if you want some sweet Day Tripper merch or another cool Texas-made product, come see us in Georgetown at the Day Tripper World Headquarters. You can also shop online if you check the link down there in the caption. All right, y'all. Bye con Dios, amigos.